Hey, what's going on? I want to talk to you today about leadership. And we're starting a series. I'm going to be talking about leadership for a while now. So buckle up because it's going to be fun. When I talk to people about leadership, when I stand in front of groups or I'm doing trainings or whatever it is, I ask a simple question. And I ask, what is leadership? And it doesn't matter how long people have been in business or owning their own company or whatever it is. I ask that question. I get people, they look at me kind of sideways because they think it's a trick question, and it's really not. Okay, maybe it is, because I know there are a ton. One study found over 1,000 different definitions of leadership, and so that makes it really, really tough to quantify it. It makes it tough to define it, and if you can't define it, then you really don't know what it is. If you can't say here it is, then you don't know what it is. So what I want to do is I want to kind of pull back the curtain a little bit on what leadership is and give you a workable definition. Simply, leadership is relationship. And you understand that some leaders excel and other leaders just kind of stumble, and you wonder why, and oftentimes it's because of the relationships they've developed with the people on their team, and even more importantly, the people that aren't on their team. Because when you are a leader and you're in that position, your job is not just to give orders, to bring in projects, but your job is really to develop the people. The people have to trust you. They have to believe you. They have to actually like you. And you can leave your comments below, because a lot of people will say, no, they don't need to like me. They just need to respect me. And I can tell you right off the bat, most of those people aren't great leaders, because people follow who they like. Plain and simple. If people like you, they'll go out of their way to help you. They'll go out of their way to get the project done on time. If they don't like you, they will go out of their way to not help you. They may not be openly, aggressively trying to bring you down, but guess what? Behind the scenes, they won't help. They'll see you about to step in the hole and they'll just let you. So liking you, being likable, is a big part of that relationship. It's not the only part, but it's a huge part of the relationship. So when you think about leadership, and I know there are thousands of definitions, trust me, I've got, I could have brought a stack of books out like 4 feet high of leadership books I have. What you need to think about is your relationship with your people, because you don't lead projects. You don't lead resources. You lead people. And when you think of your people as a resource that's even more precious than the dollars and cents that get put on those wonderful spreadsheets, when you think of them in that way, you'll go out of your way to help them develop. You'll go out of your way to make sure they thrive and survive and actually excel on your team. So today, I just simply want to give you a nice working definition that leadership is relationship. And if you invest in those relationships, you will get, 1,000-fold back. Now, don't get me started, and I'll talk about it later, dealing with those difficult people, those people who you can't seem to connect with and can't build relationships with. We'll talk about them later, but for now, it's good enough to know leadership is relationship. Between now and the next time we talk, make today what? Yeah, count.